right, now we're going to take a look at our Great Mats Max Tile raised floor tiles and how to cut them. If you're going to do a wall-to-wall installation, or you're going to have an edge where you don't use the ramped border strips to finish it, you may want to cut off these tabs, or you may need to cut the tile to fit, and in which case you're going to want a power saw to do so. This style works really well because you can set the tile on with the surface facing up, and the blades will actually push down into the surface, which is ideal for your flooring because when it pushes through, it leaves a nice clean cut on the top, and if you get any rough edges because your blade is dull or because it creates too much friction or anything like that, any rough edges will be on the underside of the tile, and you don't have to worry about that affecting the surface of your floor. One thing that is a little bit challenging about raised tiles like this is that the base is uneven. If you're going to mark it, you'll probably have to end up marking on the surface to get your nice straight lines, just simply for the fact that this is not a smooth surface to work on. With that being said, you'll want to use something to mark it that shows up very well, but is also removable and doesn't damage the surface of your tile. One thing that we found works really well are window markers or chalk markers that you often give to your kids to draw on the windows. The nice part about that is if you have a non-porous surface, they can wipe off or wash off very easily. So just to demonstrate, put an X on there. Very obvious. You can see the X very well. Once it dries, it wipes off really easily. If you try and wipe it off before it dries, it'll still dry. And then you can just keep rubbing it till it comes off. Pretty simple. So with that being said, we're going to mark on this tile where we want to cut. For demonstration purposes, we're going to use, not going to measure, but we're going to just say right here's about good. Again, that mark shows up really nicely. This particular saw is not as deep as the tile, so you have to keep in mind that we will have to make two separate passes at it, one from each side. So you want to make sure that your mark goes all the way across so you get that lined up nice and evenly. That being said, before we start, be prepared that with that raised base, there is a difference in thickness throughout the tile. So as you hit those thicker spots, you may feel your saw jump a little bit. Don't be surprised by that. Make sure you have a nice firm grip on your tile. Let's get started. We've reached our maximum depth there, and we're going to have to turn it around. And from this side angle, you can see really well that nice thick layer of high quality vinyl is really well secured to that raised base. And if you're working with a similar product that maybe doesn't have as good of adhesive, that having it pushed down into the vinyl first and then through the base is especially critical to make sure that you don't accidentally pull the vinyl loose from the tray. But we're good to go there. You can see there are a few marks remaining on the tile from where we had put the chalk line. All you have to do, come back through, wipe it off.